big Sunday night matchup this weekend. We got the Lions heading up to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. I don't give a fuck if it's called G. Huff Field. It's goddamn Arrowhead. It will always be Arrowhead to NFL fans, damn it. Well, at least until that stadium eventually gets torn down and they get a dome stadium in the future. If that thing even goes through, whether it's in Missouri or Kansas City, Kansas. You know, because the Chiefs Stadium situation's getting real interesting, I'll say that much. But anyway, we got a game this week against the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Lions' second primetime game of the year. Because they had their Week 3 game against Baltimore on Monday Night Football. So, second primetime game already this year. In fact, this week we'll start a trend of back-to-back primetime games because next week the Lions have Monday Night Football at home against Tampa Bay. So yeah, we got a Sunday night game this week and then Monday night next week. So yeah, Lions going to be in a lot of primetime coming up. So anyway, let's get to this game and let's see how the Lions fare against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs KKK Kingdom. So, of course, for this game, Kansas City, the point spread has Kansas City favored in this game by 2.5 points. So, Detroit is coming into this game as 3-point underdogs. Kansas City, they lead the all-time series over Detroit 9-6. However, Detroit won the last matchup in Arrowhead a couple years ago during the Chiefs Super Bowl kickoff per night when they hung their banner for Super Bowl 57. During the Chiefs' second Super Bowl win in their 3-5 dynasty run. So, of course, Detroit this year, they're 2-1 on the road this year. The Chiefs are 1-1 at home this year. So, let's go over the key players. I mean, quarterback, I think everybody knows who the quarterback is. It's Patrick Mahomes, one of the top QBs in the league, who honestly has really nothing left to prove in this league. He's proved everything he needs to. Like, the only thing Mahomes is chasing now is the ghost of Tom Brady and trying to come close to Brady's 7-ring record. Literally Mahomes versus Brady is the NFL equivalent of LeBron versus Jordan. Which, by the way, Jordan is better than LeBron. And also, in this debate, I'll say this. Brady's better than Mahomes, considering that Brady beat him twice in the playoffs when it mattered. So yeah, just thought I'd throw it out there. The running back, well, the Chiefs don't have a running back. It's a running back by committee as they got names like Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco, and Brashard Smith in there. The receiving core, it's not one of the best receiving cores, but they do got some names that can get the job done. They got names like Marquise Hollywood Brown. They got Jalen Royals, Juju Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy. And then they got a tight end duo of Travis Kelce, a.k.a. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and Noah Gray. And also Lions fans, this will be the first time the Lions play the Chiefs and have to deal with the Swiftie bullshit. Because the last time the Lions and Chiefs played in 2023... that was before Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift started dating. Because that whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing didn't start till week 3 or 4 against Chicago or some shit. That was when that shit first started. A couple weeks after Detroit beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. And there's always been rumors about if Kelce's going to retire or not. I mean, if Kelce retires in the next year or two, then Noah Gray will be the Chiefs' number tight end one in the future, for sure. But I'll be honest, Kelce, he looks like a complete shell of himself. He's not the same dominant tight end he was years ago. I honestly feel like he's lost a massive step or two ever since he started dating Taylor Swift. In terms of the Chiefs' defense, though, is the real heart of this team. As the Chiefs' defense, the D-line is littered in playmakers like Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, Charles Menihu, Jerry Tillery, and you got Sean Gillott. And the linebacking core, you got names like Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil, Leo Chanel. And in the secondary is names like Jeffrey Bossa, Noel Williams, Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams, Trent McDuffie, Jaden Hicks, Brian Cook, and Shamari Cooper. And in terms of, well, for the Chiefs receiving core, they are without Rashid Rice as he's still suspended for his little running with the law and recovering from injury. They also in terms of D-line, Omar Norman Lott is questionable with a shoulder injury for this game. And also Christian Fulton on the secondary is questionable with an ankle injury. Of course, the Chiefs head coach, we all know him very well. It's Andy Reid, Big Red, Big Andy, Big A. He has so many goddamn nicknames. And also, Andy Reid is the bane of Philadelphia fans, Eagle fans' existence. But regardless of what Eagle fans think of him, there's no denying Andy Reid is easily one of the best coaches of all time. He is easily going to be in the Hall of Fame in the future. One of the greatest offensive minds in the NFL today, so this is going to be a really good coaching matchup. Andy Reid versus Dan Campbell, two of the best offensive minds in the game today. Two of the best in the game today. Offensive coordinator is Matt Nagy, the failed coach for the Chicago Bears. Also, notice how the Chiefs' offense the last couple years has gone downhill ever since Matt Nagy took over play-calling duties. Because the Chiefs' offense was a hell of a lot better under Eric Bieniemy. But ever since Matt Nagy took over, that offense has gone downhill. One thing that hasn't gone downhill is the Chiefs' defense, as the defensive coordinator is still Steve Spagnuolo, who's one of the best defensive coordinators in the game today. The Chiefs' offense, it's tied for 8th this year so far. They're 9th in the passing game, 11th in the run game. A lot of the Chiefs' passing and run game is just a bunch of third down checkdowns to a running back to try and gain some yards. The defense is the 11th ranked defense in the league. They're 7th in the passing game. They're also very good in third and long situations because third and long, the Chiefs defense always goes in the zone coverage. So you usually got to throw it underneath and try and bait him into trying to tackle you and beating you straight up there. So they're 7th in the passing game, but the big kink in the Chiefs defensive armor is their defense against the run. It's that the Chiefs are not that good at stopping the run, as the Chiefs are currently the 21st ranked defense against the run. So obviously the keys to winning this game, you got to establish the run game. I think establishing that run is going to be very crucial in winning this game. Keeping a clean pocket for Jared Goff, because we don't know George Karlaftis can do some damage along with Chris Jones. And I think defensively, game pressure to Mahomes is going to be crucial. Shutting down Kelsey and trying to find a way to shut down Xavier Worthy. I think getting pressure to Mahomes is containing him is going to be the biggest key to winning this game. And of course, you also got control time of possession in this game. I think that's going to be crucial because because we all know what kind of damage Mahomes can do. He's very mobile, very hard to take down. Because every time he runs, he looks like a goddamn headless chicken, or he just runs like Kermit the Frog from that one episode of Family Guy with his hands flailing in the air like this. Because that's literally what fucking Mahomes reminds me of every time I see him run, like a fucking headless chicken. But the best way to prevent Mahomes from doing any damage is to keep him off the field for as long as humanly possible. And, the Lions know how to beat the Chiefs. They did it a couple years ago, so it's just repeat that plan again. But this time take account for Travis Kelce in there. Don't get it wrong, Kelsey's still a solid tight end, but he's not the absolute game changer he was a few years ago. He's definitely lost a step or two. But, I'll be honest, in this game, I don't know how the hell the Chiefs are favored in this game. There is no way the Chiefs should be favorites in this game. If anything, Detroit should be favored in this game. Because I'll be honest, the Chiefs are not that good of a team. Don't let they're 2-3 for a reason. They have struggled against good teams. Their only wins this year was against a bad Giants team. And then a Ravens team that lost Lamar Jackson at one point. Every time the Chiefs have played a real team outside of Jacksonville, they've got their ass handed to them. Because they lost the Chargers, and then they got their ass kicked by the Eagles. And then the Jaguars, I don't know what the fuck happened on Monday night with the Jacksonville, but oof, that was bad. And Jacksonville's not even that good of a team. Like, honestly, the Chiefs, they are so fucking overrated and overhyped. They are the most overrated and overhyped team in this league. Then, yeah, we're seeing what happens when the Chiefs don't have that devil magic, that luck they've had the last couple years during their dynasty run. Like, I'm telling you right now, I think the Chiefs dynasty is slowly starting to die down because Kelsey's been rumored about retirement the last year. So if there have been rumors that he was going to retire after the Super Bowl last year. And of course, there have been rumors about Andy Reid potentially retiring. I mean, for Andy Reid, he has nothing really left to prove. He benefits really nothing staying with the Chiefs. And I honestly feel like I feel like Reid might retire in a couple years. You know, I don't know, there's a chance Mahomes could hang it up after his mega 10-year extension finally expires. Well, time will tell there. I guess, like, the Chiefs have been the gold standard in the AFC for so many years, but I think we're starting to see the Chiefs are starting to die. They're starting to come back down to earth. Like, the Chiefs are not as good of a team as the media tries to hype them up to be, because, oh my god, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. We're seeing through the first 5 weeks, the Chiefs are not that good when they don't have that devil magic horseshoe up their ass. And we're also seeing the Chiefs aren't that fucking good when they don't have the refs in their back pocket to protect Golden Boy Mahomes. Yeah, because we all know Mahomes is the league's Golden Boy. Like, I'll be honest, the only way the Lions lose this game is if the fucking ref ball comes into effect. Or if the Lions just shoot themselves in the foot. Like, I'll be honest, in terms of Cincinnati and Kansas City, there was a reason why I picked Detroit to win Kansas City over Cincinnati in the preseason predictions. Because, I'll be honest, I think the Lions match up better against the Chiefs than they do against the Bengals. Like, I'll tell you right now, in terms of the Bengals, if Joe Burrow played, that game would have been a whole lot different. But this is a winnable game. The Lions should have no excuse to not win this game. Like, Lions should win this game, no problem. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a dogfight. Because the Chiefs are going to pull some bullshit to stay competitive in this game. Like, you know that devil dark magic horseshoe is going to rear its ugly head at some point. And it could be this Sunday night on primetime. We'll have to see what happens. But in terms of this game, it's going to be a dogfight. But I think Detroit has the dogs to put Kansas City down and send Kansas City to 2-4. Because there's a chance the league could rig this game for the Chiefs, though. Because, they don't want the Chiefs to go too far below 500. And they want to do everything they can to make sure the Chiefs have a decent outside shot at making the playoffs. We'll have to see, though. But the Lions have the horsepower and they have the personnel to win this game. Like, honestly, I look at the Lions' schedule. The only team on the Lions' schedule I'm afraid of at this point is Tampa Bay. Nobody else on the Lions' schedule right now scares me, and that includes Kansas City. The Chiefs aren't the fucking immortal team the media hypes them out to be. They're as human as you and me and everyone else watching this video right now. The Chiefs are mortal. They can be beaten. We've done it 2 years ago on their opening night to ruin their little Super Bowl party. And this week, and after Sunday night, we're going to go one step closer to killing the Chiefs dynasty. In terms of this game, I have the Lions winning this game 25-22. I think it's going to be a decent high-scoring game. The defense is going to keep the Chiefs in this game, and some devil dark magic bullshit will too. But the Lions are going to be too much for the Chiefs. I think the Lions have the horsepower to keep up with the Chiefs, and I think the Lions can get it done. Like, this is a winnable game. Lions should win this game. No problem. And I think they will win this game. But plus, like I said before, the Lions always play better. Plus, also, another reason why the Lions should win this game, they're the underdogs. As we've seen before, the Lions always play better when they're the underdogs, when they have nothing to lose. Because we all know the media all week is going to talk about Patrick Mahomes this, Patrick Mahomes that. And also, since it's NBC, we're also going to have to hear Chris Collinsworth's massive boner for Patrick Mahomes. Be like, Now here's a guy in Patrick Mahomes. Nobody can do what he does. Just look at him sling that ball. Oh man, Mahomes is so great. I just want him to come all over my face all night long. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Seriously, that's what Collinsworth sounds like every time I hear him fucking pop a boner for Mahomes in the goddamn booth. I kid you not. That's literally what it sounds like to me. But yeah, and like I've said before, anybody that doubts the Lions doesn't fucking know us. Anybody that doubts us doesn't know us. So you know what? Let everyone doubt us Sunday night. Gonna make it much sweeter when we kick the Chiefs' ass in Arrowhead and we tomahawk chop their dynasty and their playoff hopes into little itty-bitty pieces. While the Lions continue to soar back to being the head of the table in the NFC. Especially with the Eagles losing last week, and now that #1 spot in the NFC is wide open. Although Tampa Bay might make a run at it this year, because Tampa Bay's looked pretty solid so far. But anyway, that wraps it up here. Let's go to Arrowhead. Let's get this win. Let's get to 5-1. And let's go get this win on Sunday night against the Chiefs and the NFL's golden boy, Patrick Mahomes. And let's give another painful loss for those Swifties to endure. But anyway, I'm out. And as always, go Lions.